Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri, Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, it may seem like spring just arrived, but plans and preparations for Williamson County Parks and Recreation's summer activities are in full swing. We continue our summer topics today, talking about our Therapeutic Summer Day Camp program, Camp Will, as well as their ongoing monthly therapeutic programming. Joining me for today's show is Traci Hamby. She is our Senior in Therapeutics Administrator, and Krista Hollis, who is a certified therapeutic recreation specialist with the department, working out of our newest facility in Nolensville. Ladies, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having us.
It's always great to have you guys in here to talk about one of our amazing programs that we offer to the public through our therapeutic programming and the vast array of options that you all have within that system. Traci, start us off talking a little bit about the Therapeutics Division and who you serve, the types of programs you offer, and the purpose of the activities that you all do.
Sure. We program for people with intellectual disabilities. We have staff in our Franklin facility, Longview facility in Spring Hill, and then now our newest facility in Nolensville. And we offer a wide variety of different activities for all ages, everything from a monthly respite program to bowling, fitness, games galore, rec nights, potluck and bingo, you name it, we offer it. So we service a wide like I said, various ages within this population. Most of our participants are Williamson County residents, so for some of our programs it is open to non-residents as well, particularly the adult socials and whatnot. So fun division, we like to have a good time and encourage independence and decision-making skills and wellness, everything all through recreation-based activities. So.
And again, I will say you guys have a ton of fun in doing what you do. It is kind of the sneaky therapy, as it was often described to me in the beginning, recreation therapy, but again, instilling some of those independence and quality of life issues to individuals that maybe have intellectual or physical disabilities.
Doing it in a fun way so you don't realize what's going on.
Yeah, that is really therapy. That's the best part about it. Well, one of the first programs that we wanted to start off talking about today is Camp Will, our Therapeutic Summer Day Camp program. It has a long history in Williamson County. It's been in existence in this area for decades. But Traci, talk to us a little bit about Camp Will and who it's geared towards, how many people you serve with this program, and the overall structure of it.
Perfect. We are going into our 18th summer since we took this program over. So we started offering Camp Will back in the 1990s. All of our campers are Williamson County residents, and they range in age from 6 through the age of 23. And the way we have our camp structured is we offer different age wings, if you will. So we have a youth wing, an adolescent wing, and then a young adult wing. And then from there, each wing is further divided into smaller little families. So you might see anywhere between 3 to 4 groups per wing. We have a head counselor in each group, and we have other counselors that assist the head counselor, and then anywhere between 8 to 10 campers, and then they rotate through various activities throughout the day. So it's kind of like typical summer camp with the structure of school, but then we offer some specialized activities as well.
And it's always been a very enriching program for people to participate in. And I know you guys have a lot of the same campers that come back year after year after year because of the value in this program. I mean, a therapeutic summer day camp is not on every corner. This is really a very specialized service that we are very fortunate to have in our community.
It is, and we have great support from, of course, the director, the deputy director, but even our commissioners are very passionate about this program, and so we are very, very blessed to be able to offer something like this every single year. And you're right, there aren't many options in Franklin. You might, if you branched out of Williamson County, you might be able to find some more, but this is pretty much it for families that are wanting some sort of worthwhile, great experience for their kids.
And we'll talk a little bit about this year's structure. You have a 7-week summer program that you're going to be offering this year. It starts off June 1st and runs through July the 17th.
Right.
It is a Monday through Friday day camp. Your program days are from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The only day you do not have camp is on Friday, July the 3rd.
Right.
And then it meets every other Monday through Friday during those 7 weeks. This year is your second year at Perry Creek Elementary School. And I know you're happy to be back at that location.
We are. We had such a great time there last summer. Of course, the staff at Perry Creek, Dr. Chatham's the principal, and working closely with Williamson County Schools has been a great blessing for us in having a location, but they were wonderful to work with last year, so we're really excited to be back. Really excited.
And a lot of times people are often, I don't want to say confused, but sometimes surprised when they find out that the majority of our day camps are held at Williamson County elementary schools throughout the area. And later on in the show, when we start talking about your ongoing programming and the size of the camp program, we really don't have the availability within our current recreation centers to run those on top of our day-to-day operations. And so partnerships with Williamson County Schools is really what makes these summer opportunities possible.
No, without it, we wouldn't have a camp program, so we're very fortunate.
So yes, our thanks definitely does go out to the Williamson County School System for helping us provide this great event for the community as well. Talk to us a little bit about kind of the goal of Camp Will, which in essence is probably the goal of the whole Therapeutics Division, but kind of, how this program really just helps to build the confidence.
It does, to foster independence and to help build confidence and to empower our participants through a variety of different services and programs. And that is the ultimate goal, just to make sure they have a great experience when they might not have the opportunity to do anywhere else. So.
And you do take those kind of fun traditional camp aspects, field trips and swim parties and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of embed it into a more structured environment where you also offer additional therapy sessions throughout the day.
We do. We staff a music therapist and an art therapist. We typically offer music classes as well, too. So we do the typical summer camp experiences, like you said, the sports, the arts and crafts, but then we throw in some different opportunities as well, too.
And always a fun story. I mean, I love going to Camp Will every summer. The things that you all are able to do there are truly inspiring, and I know just down at the bottom of everyone's hearts, treasured for what you offer to the individual as well as their families and everyone else involved in the program. One of the most important aspects, though, about Camp Will is being registered for Camp Will, because if you're not registered for Camp Will, you can't go to Camp Will. So talk to us about this year's registration dates, policies, and the fees associated with it as well.
Yes, we are offering 2 registration dates this year. Our first one is Saturday, April the 18th from 9 to 2, and then the following Tuesday, which is the 21st from 9 to 1. Parents or legal guardians need to come register their campers. We will offer the registration form, the goal sheets. It'll be available online prior to registration. So all parents have to do is, get on our website, print it off, bring a completed copy. They won't have to fool with any paperwork at registration other than signing some releases and waivers. So we try to make it as easy as possible. But for those folks that are new to our program, we do like to meet with them in advance, the actual potential camper as well as a parent, and they'll go ahead and have an assessment completed. And this will typically take anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour. We're basically just collecting information. Anything that might be pertinent once the camper comes to Camp Will, to be able to offer them a good experience without calling mom or dad every 5 minutes for information. So just a nice way to kind of get to know them, to get to know us, and then vice versa, us to get to know them. But yeah, registration is first come, first serve. And so if you have certain weeks in mind that you want your camper to come, whether it's 1 week or 7 weeks, you can register up for 7 weeks if you'd like. We do encourage folks to come the first day of registration if they have those specifics in mind. If they're more flexible, they might want to take a gamble and come the second day. But there's, again, no guarantee what we're going to have available come that second day of registration. And then other than that, our fees are very reasonable. We do have a $25 registration fee, and then the weekly rate is just $54. Now, if parents do choose to have their camper sign up for all 7 weeks, there is an incentive. So basically, they'll pay for 6 weeks of camp, but then their camper can come for 7, so you get a week free.
There you go. It's always nice to have a free week some way, somehow. Well, registration is going to take place at the Franklin Recreation
Correct.
Complex. And again, that is going to be held in April, on Saturday, April the
18th.
The 18th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the following Tuesday, April the 21st from 9 a.m. to 1.
Correct.
It'll be in the meeting room.
I believe
at
so,
the,
yes.
At the Franklin Recreation Complex. Again, a parent or a legal guardian does need to register a camper, but the camper doesn't have to come to registration.
No.
Registration forms and camper goal sheets will be available through our website the beginning of April. You can visit www.wcparksandrec.com. Click on the Senior Therapeutics tab, then select Therapeutics Activities, and the Camp Will page will pop up, and you'll be able to download forms from that site. So if you want to fill them out ahead of time, just saves you a little bit of time when you get to registration, you can do that. And then as far as the fees, again, a $25 registration fee is due per camper.
Per camper.
And then all of your camp fees are due at the time of registration as well. The camp fee is $54 per week, so the number of weeks that you sign up for, that payment is due at registration. And I know a lot of why you guys require that simply goes into the planning aspects of camp.
Sure, that helps us kind of gauge who signed up for what week so we can know how many campers we can accommodate throughout the whole entire summer. Last summer we were very fortunate that we had over 115 campers throughout some point of camp, not necessarily every single day. So that it just helps us planning wise.
It's wonderful. Wow, that's a big camp for you
I
guys.
know.
It really, really is. And then again, if you do sign up for all 7 weeks, and when you pay in advance, you can receive that 1 week for free. So a little incentive in there to soak up all the fun you can over the course of our summer program. The other thing that you talked about that I think is very important, though, is while campers don't have to be at registration, they do have to complete an assessment. New campers, I know there's a certain cutoff date for assessments.
Typically a couple days before registration, and that just gives us time to get things focused for the registration. For our existing campers, we do update assessments every 3 years, and this year we're actually going to notify the families in advance and send them the material so they don't have to worry about figuring out if this is their year to reassess or not. And for that situation, we don't require the camper to be present because we already have established a relationship with them. We know them already.
And then for anyone who needs to schedule an assessment for a new camper, how can they set that up?
They can actually just call my extension. It's area code 615-790-5719, extension 2021.
I like how you remembered using the area code. I don't always remember to use the area code.
Excuse me.
I'm still learning. I'm an old dog. My new tricks do not come easy. No. Well, in addition to opportunities for campers, there's also some employment opportunities with Camp Will as well. You do take on a good amount of seasonal temporary staff to help run the Camp Will program. So talk to us about some of those employment opportunities.
Well, I know the employment listing is actually already been posted. I'm starting to receive some applications, but typically we look for counselor positions. On occasion, we do have some therapist positions available as well as nurse positions. So I typically will staff over 60 seasonal employees every single summer. So if they want to apply, the applications are available on Williamson County Government's website. And then once I start receiving the applications, I'll call to schedule an interview.
And if you want to review that job listing, you can find it at williamsoncounty-tn.gov under the Employment tab. All right. Well, Camp Will is just a fraction of what you ladies do. On a regular basis, you offer an impressive array of activities, and we want to talk about a lot of those monthly programs. Today, we're going to be focusing mainly on your April programming, but programming dates for May as well as some June dates are already posted on our department website through the Therapeutics Activities page. So people looking to pre-plan some of this spring quarter, definite opportunity to do that. Do want to note, though, that a large majority of your programming does take a hiatus over the summer during Camp Will, since that is such an intensive program for you all to offer. So that might explain why there's not as many June dates for a lot of the programs that you guys offer. Well, we need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll spend more time talking about ongoing therapeutic recreation opportunities with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
My name is Major Jeff Hall. I've seen how deadly combat can be. It was the second tour that I started to feel it grinding down on me. When I came back, I became more and more distant. My anger from work would carry over. Never physical. I didn't want them to be part of what was going on with me. It wasn't until Colonel Pinnell noticed, and he helped me find the right program, and it helped us. So don't be afraid to come forward if you have trouble.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about therapeutic programming offered through the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. The first half of our show, we talked mainly about a great seasonal program you ladies do called Camp Will, but there are a variety of other programs that you do on a monthly basis that we want to touch on as well, because there's ample opportunity for individuals to participate in a variety of different types of programs, and really just want to let people know about a lot of the different kind of things you do. So we'll start off talking about recreation nights. They vary month to month with different themes and different things to do, but Traci, give us the basic rundown of a recreation night.
And you nailed it on the head, it varies month to month. One month might be a craft night, another month might be let's learn to cook a meal and then have it for dinner. Other nights might be like a movie night. So we kind of change it up just to kind of keep it fresh. For April, we're going to go to Goofballs in Franklin, and it's just kind of like an indoor arcade type place where folks can do inflatables or they can do other activities and just something fun to do off-site. Typically, most of our recreation nights are actually in-house in our Franklin facility, so we thought this would be a fun excursion, if you will. Parents will need to drop off their participant at 5:30 at Goofballs, but then they'll also pick up their child or their participant at 7:30. But it's a fun night. It's going to be on Thursday, April the 16th, and registration won't end until April the 14th. The one thing to note about our recreation night as well is it's a PALS program. PALS is People at Leisure with Support. So if participants need assistance with personal care or anything like that, they would be required to bring a parent or a caregiver.
Great. Then one of our most popular therapeutic activities, really any kind of social activity that we do through the department, are our monthly Potluck and Bingo events. And I think it's just because in nature it is so simple, you know, that it's always going to be fun. Krista, talk to us about Potluck and Bingo. We have 3 events that are going to be scheduled in the month of April.
Right. We're offering at all the facilities, including Nolensville, and they're all on different nights of the week, which is nice. So if they wanted to pop to all of them, you know, they could. It's fun. We have everyone brings like a side dish or a dessert to share, and we have like the main entree or the meat and the drinks and things like that. And then we all eat dinner together, and then afterwards we play bingo for about an hour, and they get to win prizes. We always have fun picking those out, and from games and candy, movies, all kinds of stuff. So they have a lot of fun with it.
It's a nice event that I think people have been participating in for so long, they'll never let it go. You know, it just kind of rolls into their regular schedule, you know, of like what day's Potluck and Bingo Day. And then like we said, we do have 3 events planned in April. On Thursday night, April the 9th at the Franklin Recreation Complex. Then Wednesday, April the 15th in Spring Hill at the Longview Recreation Center. And then our first event at the Williamson County Recreation Complex at Nolensville, Monday, April the 13th. All of these events are evening-based events from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Again, they are all free. We just ask that participants bring a side dish or dessert to share with the group. Like Traci explained earlier, these are also PALS programs, so anyone needing assistance for personal care would need to bring a caregiver or family member. And then each of them has their own separate registrations because we do need to properly plan for our meal service that we're going to provide. For our Franklin event, registration goes through April 7th. In Spring Hill, it'll be through April the 13th, and in Nolensville through April the 9th. And then in a similar thread, I think, to Recreation Night, Krista, you're starting a new program called Social Night at our Nolensville location. Your first event's going to be in April. Tell us what you have planned for it.
For April, we are going to be doing sort of a game night. I'll have different games set up throughout the room, and they can play with a partner, or they can play as a group, or if they can move on to a different one. We're also going to have dinner that night too, so it's going to be similar to Recreation Night, something different every month, switch it up.
Yep. But a new opportunity for people in the Nolensville area, East Brentwood area.
Right.
They've not had these type of therapeutic programs before, so something new and different for them to try. And maybe for some more of our seasonal therapeutic participants, it's an extra night to get out and do something.
Right.
So lots to look forward to. That's coming up on Monday night, April the 27th, again from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's a program for teens and up. Minimal cost of just $5 a person. fun. But again, that does include dinner, so that's a great deal all around. Registration for this program starts April the 2nd and will go through April the 23rd, correct?
Yes.
Great. All right. Another component of what you guys do through your monthly program are activities that are physical or fitness based.
Right.
We have a long-standing program that runs out of the Franklin Recreation Complex called Fitness Fun. Traci, talk to us about it a little bit.
Well, it's ongoing. It typically meets on Wednesdays from 4 p.m. to 4:50 p.m. And you're right, we work on different components of fitness. We typically will start off with stretching, and then we work with some free weights. Sometimes we use the resistant bands. And then we always end it with either something more active like a very light aerobic routine in the room, or we might go take a walk. That kind of changes depending on what's going on in the building or how nice the weather is.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a great chance to come work out those muscles and stay strong. And like I said, it's typically Wednesdays. It's ongoing. And it's for teens and up. So,
And your April dates will be the 1st through the 29th.
correct.
It's a $15 fee. That does cover the whole month.
Session, yes.
Yes. And for this program, though, participants do need to be independent with
Correct.
personal care,
Correct.
just because of how the program is structured. Registration for it is wrapping up. It's going on through March the 30th. And then, Krista, you're starting a new fitness program in Nolensville called the Flex and Fit Club.
Yes. Yes, it's going to be pretty similar to the Fitness Fun. I'm wanting to try some, variety of different fitness-related exercises and activities, and learn how to do the proper stretching before you do work out, and try some new things, and maybe some gymnastics-related things, and just try it out and see how people like it.
And that's also going to be offered on Tuesdays.
Yes.
So again, those corresponding programming dates, April 7th through the 28th. It's from 4:15 to 5 p.m., slightly different timing. Again, for 12 and up, it's $12 for the session, and registration for it is actually going to wrap up on April 1st. So both of those are going on now if anyone would want to register for them. And then the other kind of activity-based program that you do through the Therapeutic Division is Games Galore at the Franklin Rec Center. And tell us what it's going to be focusing on in the month of April.
In April, I will need to look that up.
Well, you guys do vary it
We
as
do,
well,
we
like
do.
with a lot
it's
of the
based
other
on different
programs.
games. Typically, we will work on a different sports fundamental, whether it's kickball, whether it's floor hockey. Sometimes we do we'll do like Wii bowling and things like that too. Outside games, weather permitting. So we kind of change it up on a different sport, if you will, every single month. For April, if you don't mind me looking at our newsletter.
Go ahead, look it up. It's going to be on Thursday night, April the 23rd, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for young adults and up. It's a $22 programming fee for this one. So,
And that was what I just looked up. I actually quoted you wrong for the recreation night. It's the goofball event. That's our
Okay.
Games Galore for April, which explains the more expensive
Expensive
cost.
fee.
That does
There you
cover
go.
the dinner, and then as well as the actual time that we're going to be spending at goofballs.
So definitely something fun and interactive
yes.
for them to participate in. Registration for that event is also going on now through April the 12th. I don't want to say it's fairly new. It seems new to me, but something you guys started probably about 2 years ago, Miscellaneous Mondays. This has been a wonderful program to watch y'all incorporate into your monthly programming because it really is miscellaneous. It changes quite often.
Very random.
The level of programming you do through it is always interactive and creative. There's a lot that the participants do in this on several different mediums, but it's in my heart or in my mind, it's a very creative-based program for individuals to
Yes.
participate in. Talk to us a little bit about it and what you guys are going to be doing with it in April.
Well, and the whole point of the program is it's easy to come up with a quick craft, but we wanted something that you could build on week by week by week and have a nice project that you can ultimately take home at the end of the week. Just something that's a little bit more in-depth and hands-on. Some months it might be a cooking series, talking about nutrition and healthy snacks. Another month might be wellness based, maybe some time in the pool, learning some basic, pool, swimming skills. In April, we're actually going to be making a birdhouse. So participants are going to actually make a wooden birdhouse from start to finish, and then they'll have the finished product to take home at the end of the month. So
Very seasonally appropriate.
It is very appropriate. So that's Mondays in April, starting April the 6th, and it runs through the 27th. The times are from 4 to 5. It, too, like our recreation night and our games galore, is a PALS program. So parent or legal guardian would need to stay with their participant if they need the one-on-one assistance. And the program fee is $20, but that's inclusive to the craft that we're
All
making.
the supplies
All
that
the
they
supplies.
would need for it. And registration for it's also going on through April the 3rd. So still some time to get involved in that. And then the last program we want to talk about today is the Super Saturday Respite program. This has been a tremendously popular program that you guys offer on a monthly basis. And it's basically like a little mini Camp Will that you guys do once a month. This year, in April, it's going to be at 2 locations. We have a date at the Franklin Recreation Complex, and we're also going to be offering one in Nolensville. So again, expanding the opportunity for people to participate. Krista, walk us through the Respite program and your April programming dates for both locations.
Okay, the first Nolensville Respite is going to be Saturday, April 11th, and then I believe the Franklin one is the 25th. We have camp registration the weekend before that. So we're offering at both locations, and then we'll do Longview again later on. It's like you said, like a day at camp. We do a bunch of different fun stuff, but still structured. We do like 30-minute increments, and we watch a movie during lunch. We might swim, games, things like that. And so, it's a good day for the parents too to get,
a break.
And I think that is really probably one of the most important components of the Respite program. It's not always about the participant. There needs to be a break for the caregiver as well. And I think this is more their break than anything. I think the campers love the day and love the extra activity associated with it. And I think your caregivers are just happy to have that extra break, whether they spend it by themselves with other siblings or family members or something like that. We all need that break.
Yes.
And again, like it's kind of structured like a typical camp day. It's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Cost to participate is only $20 per session. It's offered to youth ages 6 up to ages 23, just like the camp program
And
as well.
we do offer personal care. We do staff and nurse for this program too. So that's unlike some of the other PALS programs and whatnot. This is something that we would provide all needs.
All needs, absolutely. And registration for both of those programs are going on now. For the Longview event on April the 11th, registration will continue till April the 7th or until it fills.
Correct.
And then for the Franklin event, April 25th, registration is also going on now and will end April 13th or until it fills. We're running out of time here, like we always do when we talk about your programs. But something I want to touch on real quickly is the registration. We've talked about registration with all of these programs. The easiest way for people to register is to visit one of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation facilities to sign up in person, or you can call the front desk and sign up over the phone. For our Franklin-based programs, call 615-790-5719, extension 2010. For our Spring Hill-based programs, dial 615-302-0971, extension 2210. And for our new Nolensville-based programs, call 615-786-0200, extension 2410. If calling to make a registration, you must speak with an employee to register. Voicemail will not be accepted, and payment for your program is due within 5 days of your registration. We do need to wrap up real quick. So before we go, I do want to make sure people know, though, that they can view your quarterly Therapeutic newsletter, the Recreation Review, from our website at wcparksandrec.com. There's a link for it through the Seniors and Therapeutic tab, and that way people can get a 3-month picture of what you guys are offering, when registrations are, and how they can plan their calendar accordingly. And there's also more information on our website as well about our summer programming opportunities. Camp Will is just one of the many summer activities that Williamson County Parks and Recreation will be providing over the summer months. Again, visit our website at wcparksandrec.com, and from our homepage you can view our summer activities guide to find out about other department programs going on as well. We'll talk more about those in other weeks, but just to let you know what's coming up, we've also got programming based on our general summer day camps, summer sports camps, and lots of other fun activities, so y'all stay tuned. Traci, Krista, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to join us today. Wish you the best of luck with your summer season, and we can't wait to visit you guys at Camp Will.
Thank you.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in today as well. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.
Already, but like I said, we still have summer fun.